Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm gonna be reviewing the Leatherman MUT. So let's take a look at that. First off, I did not buy this. This was issued to me for my trip overseas. So let's just start with the multi-tool, and let's work our way to the holster. It's actually a very good multi-tool. I do not know how much these retail for. Like I said, this was issued to me and I was allowed to keep it after I got back. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinions about it. I use this almost every single day out there when I was in the South Pacific, and it did me pretty well. Let's get into it. So the MUT, I'm assuming that stands for multi-utility tool. If it doesn't, oh well. So up here you got your basic pliers, you got some wire cutters and crimpers, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. So I don't even know what you call half the crap on this, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Okay, on this side you've got some sort of, I think this is like a wedge letter opener or something like that. I've bent the shit out of it, as you can see. One thing I will note about this multi-tool is it has done pretty well against rust. There's been some surface rust on it, but I was in a very humid environment. This is actually a tool for, I believe, taking the pins out of an AR-15 for whatever reason. I guess it's just something they decided to put on there. It's pretty neat, especially if you work with rifles a lot. All right, let's take a look over here. So on this side, I'm just jumping all over the place, excuse me. We have a little adapter for flathead and a Phillips screwdriver. You can see, look at all that salt on there from wearing this thing on my hip. Now with it, it comes with this little tool here, along with some of these tools on the side, as you can see, like a little Allen key and one down here. I'm not going to take them out. I might try to take them out, but it's just really a big pain in the butt. That's one thing I will say that's kind of annoying, is you have to push this thing all the way to the side just to get one of them out. And this one actually decided to come out fairly easily. But you've got this tool right here, which looks like an Allen key and what's it called? Hexagon key or hex key, something like that. Probably for working with smaller parts in different firearms or anything really. With my equipment that I was working on out there, I didn't really have to use this, just a flathead and a Phillips, and that was pretty good. Get this one out of there. Excuse the noise. So you've got the longer version of this, essentially, just so you can reach in there and grab some other stuff, or not grab, but loosen and tighten stuff at a little bit longer radius. So got a basic saw here, nothing crazy. Have a blade. I have used the saw. It's pretty sharp, works pretty well, all things considered. This blade though is being a little pain in my butt trying to get out. Here we go. As you can see on here, you can see some surface rust. I've used the heck out of this thing, but a lot of that surface rust is from it being scratched up on different pieces of equipment, ACs, generators, stuff like that, and scratching the coating off. That's one thing I will say, is that the coating on this, though I have used it a lot, the coating doesn't seem to stay on there very well. The sharpness out of the box is all right, but you're not really going to be cutting a lot of stuff with it. Hopefully not. If you are, just get a basic sharpener, and you can pick those up relatively cheap. So that's that side. There's like a complete boatload worth of tools on here. You've got a basic hammer just to pound stuff in. I mean, it's not going to do you too much, but it'll work. You've got a seatbelt cutter or a fishing line cutter. You could probably cut small gauge wire with that too. But it's relatively light, it's handy, it's kind of stiff to open sometimes. Having the attachments for the tools is really neat. I think it retails for somewhere around 200 bucks. I could be wrong, correct me if I am in the comments. But yeah, the Leatherman MUT. It's very good, it's held up, it's not loosened up. The only thing, I don't know exactly what this tool is called, excuse my ignorance, but if anybody in the comments knows what this is, please let me know. It's, I tried sharpening it up and then bending it out of place and bending it back in, just, because I was bored. But yeah, that is the tool itself, and let's get on to its sheath. I know some of the other ones come with a black holster. This one came with like a desert tan. So it's Velcro. I've literally taken this thing in and out of the sheath hundreds of times a day, and the Velcro seems to be very well made. It's stitched in there very well. That's a good thing about Leatherman. They typically make high quality stuff. So if anyone at Leatherman is watching this, please hook your boy up. On the back here, you have a MOLLE compatible strap. So if you want to put it on like a pack or like a flak, plate carry, something like that, you could very well. I usually just typically put that on my belt, like so, and open it up. Very high quality. It's held up extremely well, and overall, it's not too heavy. Now, I will say, like, it's durable. Like, the entire tool, the sheath, everything is very durable. I've dropped this thing from like 15 feet up. It's gotten covered in rain, sat in wet conditions for days on end, and it's been extremely well. One thing I would say about this is it's held up to the Leatherman name, right? It's high quality, durable. The only thing I'd say, if you don't like your tools getting rusted at all, you're probably going to have a problem with this. It gets a little bit of rust, but it's mainly surface rust. Like I've been saying, you can wipe that off pretty easily. But I'll do one quick overview of the tool one last time for y'all, opened up, and then I'll end the video here. So just hold that upside down, show you guys everything about it, plus the attachments. As you can see, just all the salt buildup, the sodium on there, or I guess not sodium, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that is the Leatherman MUT. I'm assuming that stands for multi-utility tool. Thank you all so much for watching. Please have a fantastic day. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you next time.